I remember the exact moment my face stopped reacting. She was standing by the door, suitcase open, perfume too strong for a morning flight. Her phone buzzed. She smiled at it, not at me. "If you're going to act jealous every time I go out," she said, not looking up, "maybe you should just leave." There it was. Clean, casual, like a suggestion she expected me to ignore. I nodded once, softly. "Enjoy your trip." She didn't hear the door click shut inside my chest. We didn't start like this. We started with late-night drives and shared playlists, with inside jokes and Sunday groceries, with the kind of comfort that feels earned. I was the man she leaned on when life went sideways, the one who remembered details, the one who showed up early and stayed late. I trusted her because she taught me how, or maybe I just wanted to believe she was different. The gym came later, the friends came later, the new laugh, the secrecy wrapped in confidence. She called it growth, independence. I called it distance. The first red flag wasn't a message, it was a change in tone. I'd ask how her day was. She'd answer like I was interrupting. I'd notice a name I hadn't heard before. She'd roll her eyes. "You're imagining things." I wasn't, but I didn't confront her. Not yet. I learned a long time ago, noise reveals nothing. Silence reveals everything. Hers came through a shared cloud account she forgot we both used, a synced photo, a mirror selfie, hotel lighting, two men in the background, shirts off, laughing like they belonged there. The timestamp hit harder than the image. Vegas, first night. I didn't throw my phone, I didn't pace. I sat very still and felt something settle. Not anger, clarity. I zoomed in, not to torture myself, but to confirm. One of them wore the same gym logo hoodie I'd seen her fold last week. The other had his arm where mine used to go. I exhaled. So this was the game. Pain is loud when you fight it, useful when you listen. I replayed conversations, not with nostalgia, with precision. The sudden insistence on space, the way she'd flinch when I picked up her phone, the rehearsed defensiveness. She didn't leave me for them, she replaced me and kept me around as a safety net. That's when the plan formed. Not revenge fueled by rage, revenge built on patience. While she partied, I prepared. Day one, I called a lawyer. Calm voice, simple questions. Day two, I froze joint accounts. Perfectly legal, temporary. Day three, I changed passwords. Everything, streaming services included, petty but symbolic. I packed methodically, not angrily. I folded clothes the way she liked, labeled boxes, took only what was mine and what I could prove was mine. I left the apartment cleaner than when we moved in. I didn't delete photos, I archived them. Evidence matters. Each night, her social media told me exactly where she was. Neon lights, smiles too wide, two familiar shadows always nearby. She never checked on me. That told me everything. By the fourth day, I stopped feeling anything sharp. By the fifth, I felt powerful. I scheduled movers for the morning of her return. I transferred my remaining belongings to storage. I forwarded my mail. I canceled utilities in my name. I left one thing behind. A note, handwritten, clean paper. One sentence. Took your advice. No signature. The plane landed at 6:40 a.m. At 7:12, my phone lit up. Missed call, missed call, missed call. I didn't answer. I was already dressed, already out, already gone. She left a voicemail. Her voice cracked halfway through the first word. She sounded small. By the third message, she was crying. By the fifth, she was angry. By the seventh, she was bargaining. I listened to none of them in full. I was sitting across from someone else. Coffee shop, morning light, quiet confidence. A woman who asked questions and waited for answers. A woman who didn't hide her phone. When she asked what I did for work, I smiled for the first time in weeks. She found me through a mutual friend, cornered me outside my office, mascara smudged, voice shaking. "You abandoned me," she said, like she hadn't pushed me out with both hands. I let the silence stretch, watched her unravel in it. "You told me to leave," I said finally. "I listened." She tried to deny it, to rewrite history in real time, to claim nothing happened in Vegas, that I was paranoid, insecure. I handed her my phone, the photo, the timestamps, the messages she forgot to delete, the bank statements showing hotel charges split 3 ways. She stopped talking. That was the moment the power shifted, not when she cried, not when she apologized, but when she realized I'd known longer than she thought and stayed silent anyway. "You planned this," she whispered. I nodded. She tried to bargain again. Therapy, space, promises. I felt nothing. The version of me that loved her died somewhere between her smile at that buzzing phone and my calm goodbye at the door. "I don't hate you," I said. "I just don't recognize you anymore." That hurt her more than anger ever could. I walked away while she was still forming her next excuse. Now, months later, I think about that trip sometimes. Not with jealousy, with gratitude. Because betrayal doesn't destroy you if you let it teach you. It shows you who someone really is when they think you're too weak to leave. She thought silence meant submission. She was wrong. Silence was my exit strategy. I didn't disappear to punish her. I disappeared to save myself, and I never looked back.